In football, we had the Galacticos, right? In basketball, we had the Miami Heat super team. But in PUBG Mobile, yeah, we've got our own Avengers style squads. Welcome back to the final circle. Today we're breaking down the rise of PUBG Mobile super teams, how they form, why they dominate, and why sometimes they crash harder than a squad wiping to the first blue zone. So let's kick it off with the early days, right? When PUBG Mobile Esports first launched, it was chaos. Local squads, random duos turned teams, and underdog shocking everyone. No one had an analyst, no one had nutritionists, half the players were grinding on borrowed phones. But then came the money, the prize pools grew, sponsors entered, orgs realized why scout new players when you can just buy the best ones. And that's when super teams started. So let's talk about the first wave of super teams, right? Think Nova Esports, built around Proud Boy, who's basically like the LeBron James of PUBG Mobile. Once Nova stacked their roster, it was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters, Highlight plays, on repeat. PMGC Season 0, back-to-back PMGC wins. Yeah, Nova Esports was cooking. And, let's talk about the Mongolian scene. Sawa Esports, IHC, picking fraggers like they were assembling Infinity Stones, that kind of thing. The results were clear. Insane domination, but equally insane pressure. And that is why it works the way it does. But now the real question is, what makes a PUBG Mobile super team? Well, number one, star fragger, easy. Not just one, but two, or even if you can get greedy, three. Yeah, an elite IGL for sure. The one that just keeps all the chaos in check. And then orgs with money, because iPhone and boot camps don't grow on trees. But here's the catch. When you throw too many egos in one squad, things explode. One bad rotation, blame game. One player underperforms, Twitter thread, incoming. And that's just how it happens. It's like a roller coaster every single time, And the drama of super teams is one thing. Fans love watching them win. And when they don't, everybody starts to crash out. But let's be honest, we love watching them lose even more. The super team flop is like reality TV, right? The pressure, the meltdowns, the rival teams celebrating that like they just won, the World Cup or something like that. And remember, super teams kill rivalries. Instead of 4 balanced squads fighting for the crown, suddenly everyone's chasing one guard squad and the rest are just underdogs. Not sustainable for the sake of competition. What's next? With tournaments growing, expect more and more even stacked squads. But don't count out the underdog. Super teams may win trophies, but the greatest moments in PUBG Mobile history, they always almost come from the unexpected clutches, and it's just part of the things that we love to see. Because right now it's more like we still haven't gotten like a Nova Esports type of team that has performed the exact same way they have and has tried to lock it down and do the exact same thing that Nova has done. But it's still not the worst thing in the world, when you start to stack players. Because right now we've got Alpha Gaming. Again, it's a little bit more balanced where they are, and we've got, I think, Wolves Esports, a couple of teams that are up and coming, all trying to add to what they've already got and be better at the game. Yangon Galacticos, that is the definition of balance. Yangon Galacticos, so balanced right now. And I would even go as far as saying that, maybe Virtus Pro, maybe Mad Bulls, any of these teams, very solid. But if you're trying to compete, if you're trying to build a super team, who would you even put in your roster? These are the interesting questions. But then, who do PUBG Mobile future belongs to though? Is it super teams, or are we still one miracle run away from the next Cinderella story? Well, drop your take below. And remember, in PUBG Mobile, super teams might get the headlines, but the zone doesn't care who you are. This is the final circle. I'll see you in the next zone.